Yo, what is good? What is going on? And of course, welcome back to another video. So this is my follow-up, the first of every Friday follow-ups since day 500, which was last Saturday. I think that was the 12th, February 2022. So today's officially the 18th. Yes, it's Friday the 18th, February 2022. Whew, it's been a long week. Um, I work a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm slowly but surely working my way to where I don't have to work as much. But of course, like I said, I'm making good money now. I mean, I work the hours to reflect it, which has been great. But I am tired. Pretty much, I don't necessarily have a day off, right? Like I work 7 days a week, but like at least Friday nights is when I don't have to go to the airport since I work the evening shift with them. I work from home during the day, so at least it kind of feels like I'm home. But of course, you're still working because mentally I got to be right to deal with those calls and those people. But it is what it is. So Q&A. Shout out to KF or K period F period. Thank you so much for the questions. I actually put them on my computer so I can answer them. Right. So I'm beyond day 500, which means I did over a year. I'm like I feel like I'm halfway there to 2 year completion. So yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up now. During that time, the first question was asked was, do I go on dating sites? I did, and I completely lost interest in women in dating at all. Like, so, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I know I should probably use better quality sites, but I did POF for one, and the other one I jumped on. No, I'm lying. I hopped on Tinder, POF, and Facebook dating. Now, Tinder, Tinder was okay. I mean, the responses were like 50-50. POF is just trash. Like, it's just all bots, fake accounts. Like, you're likely to be set up to go on a date, and then you end up on, 12 or 10 o'clock news because it was a chick, scamming with two other guys to, like, rob and kill you. Like, that's just what POF is at this point. You know what I mean? But again, it's free. I mean, you could pay, but you don't really get more quality, picks and choices. Facebook was actually, I mean, crazily positive. My only concern, I was apprehensive about Facebook simply because I'm like, yo, I don't need like my friends and family seeing me doing this shit. You know what I mean? But it is its own thing. It's separate from your actual account. Of course, yes, they do pull pics from your page, but the good thing is you get to select which pics you want. So of course I'm not trying to be up there with a bunch of pics of my little girl, but I would gladly state on my profiles, hey, I'm a single dad. You feel me? Now, truth is, I only rock with each of them for maybe a month. And I realized it was only because I was just in like a severe state of just loneliness. And like I don't know, like I felt pathetic, like I'm gonna keep it on it. Like and again, I'm not calling anyone pathetic for doing it. Like I literally I met my wife, you know, on match.com, I mean of course we're not together anymore. It is what it is, but I mean it led to a really long lasting, relationship, led to a marriage, led to, having a beautiful daughter, you feel me? But at the end of the day, things happen. Now I'm on this journey from the result of that. You feel me? And I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm learning to do things differently. I'm understanding myself very differently. I'm understanding life, people very differently. So again, I'm not knocking the internet thing. It's just, yeah, depending on where you go, there's gonna be a lot of weirdos and just a lot of, eh. But like I said, for me myself, I genuinely just lost interest because one, I was still in the process of growth, and I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but you don't want to miss out. That's a big level of the scarcity mindset, right? And that's kind of what led us to where we are now. You know, I mean, just being completely transparent about it. You know, I mean, that's one of the major superpowers of NoFap, and what has brought me is that I live a life with a mentality of nothing but abundance. You know, and when it comes to, because another question was asked was, do I edge? Well, actually, these three I kind of put all together. It was, do I edge, which essentially is, well, okay, sorry. It was, do I touch myself? Do I edge, or do I still have porn-induced sexual fantasies? Fantasies, yes. Urges, yes. Do I touch myself? Only when it's time to take a shower. Do I edge? No, because that's essentially masturbating, which this is no fap, which is no masturbating, so it just doesn't happen like that. But but yeah, but what I've learned was that hold on, I had a point, I had a point. Dang it, I lost it. But it's okay. Um I've been able to build healthier relationships with people and with women, just in general. You know, so I stepped away from the dating sites and things, primarily because it just felt like not genuine, not authentic. You know, and when it comes to having sexual desires and sexual urges, I still have those. Don't get me wrong; it's natural. It's a part of just our chemistry. You feel me? But I have such a healthier relationship with it. So what I like to compare it to is, yes, I have urges, but if we compare it to like a diet, right? Masturbating when getting an urge is just eating bullshit. It's eating, you know, chips, M&Ms, cookies. You know, it's eating a bunch of shit that doesn't serve your body well. Yeah, you're sustained in the moment. Oh, it feels so good, tastes amazing going down, but in the long run, you know, it leads to detrimental effects on your body. Whereas no fap, it leads to detrimental effects up here. You know, how you think, how you see things, how you perceive things, how you interact with things, the energy you put out. You know, so now when I have an urge, I know that it's there. I know when it's there. To be honest, it almost feels like when I have an urge, I actually feel more masculine. I feel more what some may call alpha. Like, I've had a lot of people ask me, they're like, "Hey, do you consider yourself an alpha male?" And I'm like, honestly, I don't. Only because I don't necessarily want to, like, okay, I identify with certain things of, you know, an alpha male, what some may consider alpha. Um, I understand prior a lot of the behaviors of what people call, you know, beta males, but I don't identify myself as any of that, just for the simple fact that I'm so in love with growing and my growth that even that in and of itself is a box that I don't care to fit in. You know, so for me, it's because the thing is, yeah, I may be considered an alpha male. Nigga. All right, so yeah, I may be considered an alpha male to some, which is great. You know, like, I'm not knocking anyone's, you know, opinion of it, but I personally just don't put myself in that box. You know, simply because I know that I have the capability of reaching certain levels beyond that. You know, so for me, as long as I remain consistent, living a life according to my values, you know, and genuinely just appreciating myself more. Like that's a big thing for me. Like, I appreciate myself, but also to all the little things, all the little changes. You know, just admiring how I see things now, admiring how I think through situations, admiring my problem solving abilities, admiring my organizational levels, and I notice, like, organized, nigga, look at that shit. Like, I get it. I'm gonna be moving soon, but again, so here's the thing: my lease is up in August. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this has been there since forever because I am well, I was more of a slob before, but I am working on it. You feel me? But you know, now it's like, okay, cool. Now I finally get to get rid of a lot of that shit that's behind me and kind of everywhere. But my life in and of itself, you know, there's not many things that catch me by surprise. You know, I mean, I have a calendar right here with all of my, you know, bills and expenses. You know, my daughter saw her part of it. She was like, Daddy, I was like, what? She's like, why does that have my name there with the money next to it? And I'm like, mind your business, bro. I'm like, but yeah, like that's the money that I put aside. So when mommy's like, hey, Gabby wants to eat Carrabba's like you did the other day, she was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I make sure I have the money aside so that she can get you whatever she needs. She was like, oh, I was like, and I keep a little extra aside so I can get you whatever you need. And she was like, oh, okay, but like being nosy. But again, my organizational level has like stepped up tremendously, like just how I plan things and organize and so on. But yeah, like I said, I do have urges, but more so now instead of having the junk food, I have a salad. Like I know I handle these urges in a much more healthier way. Even because before, I know for a fact that when I saw a beautiful woman, I would get awkward. I would get super awkward because I was so, in a sense, just hyper sexual about and hyper fantasized, about her beauty. And oh my God, but listen, if you go shopping at Walmart on a busy Saturday, you're gonna see at least 20, 30 women who can get it. Who can get it. Out of that 20, 30, you'll see like 5, 6, maybe I'll say maybe even 10 that are just like dimes, like bad, like IG model, like you see what I'm saying? Like, but they're out there. Like they're out there, and I'm in such a state of just abundance, confidence, that I no longer get in my own way about things. I no longer get in my head about who these women are and what they mean. Like almost like if you ever get that feel, like it's okay to acknowledge that a woman is beautiful, but when you kind of get to that, oh my God, dang, look, like, yo, you have no discipline. You have no self-control. You know what I mean? Like you were just so drunk. Oh my God. Oh, it's like, okay, it's a fat ass. It's a lot of women who got it. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of women that don't, but it is what it is. Like, it's not the final fat ass you'll ever see. You know what I mean? But again, you got to get in the mindset of abundance, and then as you start believing in it, you'll start experiencing it. You know what I mean? And like even at work, this one chick, she just started. She is gorgeous. Shorty gets all the attention from all the dudes at work. All of it. Now, mind you, I can tell that I've piqued her interest because I don't give her that attention like that. I don't. Like if I see her, I'm like, hey, what's up? But of course I make eye contact. Like that's a big thing. Eye contact. But yeah, like, I make eye contact with her. And I remember a couple times when I do, she'll like turn away and be blushing or some shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I can tell. I know that if I pursued the issue, I would get her number. We would talk. We'd probably go out a few times. Cool. But again, I don't find myself in that state of, oh my God, because one, I'm not out here to impress anybody. I'm genuinely out here to impress myself. And I've learned that the more that I do that, the more the world responds to how I treat me. Like, it's so crazy, right? It's like, damn, before I would live life to try to please others, but now that I'm pleasing myself, not only the happiness, the energy, I'm talking like, like I said, plenty of people out there make eye contact. You know what I mean? Plenty of people out there. They walk by and when people are failing you. You know what I mean? But again, when it comes to a beautiful woman, I'm no longer overly, oh my God. I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up? Very nonchalant, very chill. And they sense that shit. Think about it. It's like 50 to 100 dudes or 20 dudes a day. Like I said, like, oh, girl, surrounded by dudes at the table. You know what I mean? I come in, I go to sit down. Yeah, she and I, we kind of know each other. Like, literally, I've seen this chick for maybe 2-3 months now. Just got her name yesterday. Just asked her name. And we both laughed. I said, hey, nice to finally meet you. She was like, yeah, finally. Like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. It's like she kind of be one that, because everybody else, hey, I'm Johnny. Hey, I'm David. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm Thomas. Everybody's like, so, here's my name, And so I remember when she was in the room, she had the table or whatever. I go to sit down. at a different table. And she like looked over and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hey, yo, all the niggas she was sitting with, they all turned around like, who the fuck? Like they all looked like trying to see like, wow, like cause they sense her energy was different and responding to me. And they all were like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? And I said, well, damn. I'm like, yo, that's how y'all feel? I said, shit, I can't say hi to her. And yo, she cracked up laughing. They were like, oh, no. I was like, nah. Yo, my bad. I'm going to fall back. Holy shit. I said, God damn, a nigga said hi. And all y'all, like, oh, all right. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. And yo, she cracked up laughing. And of course, I saw later that day, she was like, you were so stupid. I was like, I'm just saying, like, you peeped that. Like, all you did was say hi and that's it. You know what I mean? But again, all these interactions, just comfortable and confident. It don't matter where I'm at, what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me. Like, it's almost like I don't want to say I take the L before I get into a situation, but it's like, I know I have nothing to lose. So I don't put that pressure on myself, you know, to be doing the most and just, you know, be so, you know, like to get a woman's attention. Like, I'm just chill. And don't get me wrong, like, I've always had this chill side about me, but now, you know, the fact that it just kind of correlates to just how I interact with women, how I flirt with women. Like, I took my daughter to the dentist earlier, you know, two ladies behind the counter, you know, we kind of got to chit-chatting. The one girl, she would not stop smiling. She just, oh, yes, sir. Like, just smiling and shit. And then when I went back to the offices, I had to sit down in the chair, and I kind of looked over, and she looking. I'm like, okay. I'm like, your boy out here getting choosing signals, you feel me? Like, yo, and it feels good. It feels damn good, you know what I mean? And of course, that's not what I'm out here for, you know, because my thing is, at the end of the day, and don't get me wrong, there have been some women who just weren't interested. And the funny thing is, and this will happen a lot too, right? You go to shoot your shot. She like, oh no, I'm good. Like, I bet, yo, listen, you know, stay blessed. I wish you the best, all right? And walk away. If it's somebody that you see again, they're like, hey, what's going on? Now it's like, yo, that fucked them up. Because they not used to a dude just respectfully walking away from them. So now you got them coming back like, hey, what's good? Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Like I've seen you around. Like, yeah, you see me. Yeah, we talked before. At least I spoke to you, but it's all good. I ain't mad or nothing. You know what I mean? And yo, again, just that frame, man. Like, when you can hold that frame and you're not so emotional out here. Like, I seen a video of a guy, you know, he was trying to holler at shorty. She had her dog, you know, in the shopping cart. She was like, no, I'm good, thank you. No, I'm good, appreciate it, thank you. No, but I'm good. And he's like, this your car? And then he pushes his shopping cart into her car and damages her vehicle, all because she said, no, I'm good, thank you. Like no, thank you. Like, come on, yo. This is why there's so many stories of men just completely losing their fucking minds over women because they lack the sense of self-worth and confidence and love, like, for themselves. They put their value in a woman liking them. That as long as this woman likes them, that they'll be all right. Like, and again, don't get me wrong, when my wife left, I was crushed. God, I was destroyed. I was completely destroyed. You know what I mean? And it sucks. You know, but you live, you learn, and you grow from it. You completely grow from that. I mean, or you can lose your shit and do something that you completely regret, end up in jail or just dead. You know what I mean? But it's like, at times I wish I was how I am now then, but I wouldn't be here now if I didn't go through if I didn't go through this process. You know, I mean, going through the depression, the super dark stages, you know, just feeling unworthy of love, feeling like I am a fucking failure, feeling like I've lost my entire family, you know, feeling like, you know, shit is just, it was the end of the world, like that. But that's what I kept convincing myself. But of course, through prayer, lots of meditation. I still meditate, you know, taking better care of my body, exercising, healing. Oh, sea moss, yo, take that sea moss, please. Like, find somebody who sells sea moss, take that shit. You feel me? But yeah, but just like I said, just getting out of that. My life is over. Getting out of that. Oh, this woman doesn't love me. Oh my God, woe is me. Blah blah blah. Like once all that shit clears, you start. You then kind of get mad at yourself because now it's kind of like, yo, I ignored so many flags throughout the entirety of the relationship. I ignored so many signs, but again, you only ignored them because one, you were hopeful, right? Like you're just kind of hoping that things will kind of fix itself or whatever. But two, because deep down you kind of feel like you don't deserve better, you know? And so coming out of my situation, it's like, yo, I need to get back to me. And shit, I found No Fap. I discovered No Fap. Well, I didn't discover No Fap and semen retention, but I found it while trying to find ways to heal. And now I'm in this beautiful place, helping all of you guys. I'm in other groups and on Facebook. Of men essentially going through the same thing. All the stories are exactly the same. All of them, every last one of them. Married. Wife is like, I love you, I'm not in love with you anymore, blah blah blah. Secretly another guy is in the picture, been in the picture, whether it's a friend, coworker, a boss, shit, in some cases it's the guy's best friend. It's like, wow, that's some dirtbag shit. but literally, like, it's all the same shit. And as you dig deeper into the manosphere, red pill, female nature, like a lot of that shit, it all like all the dots connect, and everything makes sense. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I don't wish any harm on that woman. She is still the mother of our beautiful daughter. I've never allowed anyone to, speak down on her or disrespect her in any way. At the end of the day, she's made her decisions. I've made mine. We are where we are right now. But we do co-parent extremely well. Like, extremely well. Like, I just had my daughter with me today. So again, all of that led me to this, and yeah, it was funny because I think at one point I didn't think I would be talking about my situation, but I'm in a really good space about it. She may not be because there was just a lot going on that I know she kind of wanted to keep a secret, but for people who know, they know. Others, a lot of people don't, because I really don't put my stuff out there like that on social media. So a lot of people, as far as they know, they still think we're married. You know what I mean? And of course, in private messages, I've told people like, well, no, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. They're like, oh, what happened? When I kind of explain it, they're like, oh, damn. I'm like, hey, listen, it is what it is. She needs to figure her shit out. I need to improve, and work on my shit, so, but, since then, like I said, I've dabbled a little bit, into the dating scene, but it's just, there's so much that I know I want to accomplish before I can entertain someone else, and I think too often I've always jumped into a relationship just from the standpoint of, oh, okay, well, I don't want to miss out, and I no longer feel that way. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anybody or anything. I feel like if anything, they're missing out on me because I'm just not interested right now. And that's okay. Like, yo, I love the peace that I have. You feel me? Like, listen, like, there's something really beautiful about being single and learning to treat yourself like you're in a relationship with yourself. Like, if that makes sense, like I cook for myself. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, I understand like people are like, well, that's just an essential need. I said, I know, but I always put like extra levels of care into what I do for myself as if I am doing it for someone else. But more importantly, I do it because I know that I'm being prepared for my next relationship. And hopefully it's my last relationship, but even if it's not, I know I'm being prepared for my next go around. You feel me? And I know I'm going to be in such a much healthier and better place for that. And I'm doing more for myself from the standpoint of, treating myself as if I'm in a relationship, loving myself, taking better care of me. You know, so that this way, when I do have that person, that woman, it doesn't feel like I'm going so far out of my way. You know, I think the bigger part of people's pain is that they change so much of themselves. They start doing and forming all these habits, and essentially creating a lifestyle around this person. So that then when that person leaves, it's like, but I did all this for you, but yet these are just normal standard things. You know, but if you haven't lived that way for yourself before that person, yeah, you've made massive changes. But also that puts so much pressure on that person, because now they're, you know, your world. They're your everything, and they shouldn't be. Nobody should be your everything. You should be your everything. You are your everything. Above anything else, you are your everything. But unfortunately, the habits that we produce when we're happy and in love for someone else, we're doing things for them that we've never done for ourselves, and they may not appreciate it. Most of the times they don't, because what we're expressing is our own love language. We're expressing a lot of times how we feel or how we interpret love, but yet their love language may be something totally different. It may be something totally different. That's why 90% of people just don't feel appreciated in the relationship that they're in, because they're so down and out and empty. They haven't built healthy habits around self-care and self-love. So now when they have somebody, they're changing their ways about them, in which instead of treating themselves to just decency, they're trying to build everything up in this person, because the love that they should feel for themselves, they feel as long as I do all these things, it's going to come back. And then I'll feel loved because I'm being loved by this person. My world, my everything. You feel me? And it's like, yo, when you're giving 100% and you getting back like 20, a lot of times, yeah, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, some people are just shitty, but a lot of times it's because everything that you're giving, they're not processing it the right way. Because it's not part of their love language. It's not how they feel loved. You know, it's like, yeah, they see the expression, but again, it just doesn't work for them. So that's why I'm big on, you know, self-care, self-love. No Fap has been just tremendous for me, because it allows you to build healthier habits around your sexual urges. Like I said, when I have a sexual urge, I genuinely, it almost feels like a Mario mushroom, you know, where I kind of just boom, 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 you know, I power the fuck up. You feel me? You know, I straight go into manly, you know, beast mode. And yeah, like I said, I just feel a little more masculine. You know, shit helps out tremendously when I'm working out. Could push out them extra reps, run an extra quarter mile, easily. Like it's just energy that I've transmutated into just overall productivity. I've been talking about that from day fucking one, damn near. When you feel an urge, yo, go do something. Go do something. And like I said, with the level of confidence and I guess swag, if you want to call it, you know what I mean? Like, women don't intimidate me. They don't faze me. Not in the same way that they used to, you know? And don't get me wrong, I'm sure, you know, there's plenty of women out there like, oh, he ain't this. Okay, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, I know I'm not for everybody. You know, so now when I am rejected, like I said, I handle it, like I said, there's been so many bounce backs that I've had just on the strength of, she's like, oh, nah, I'm good. I bet, I respect that. I appreciate you. You take it easy, all right? And you make that eye contact, you know, you walk away. She gonna be like, bye. And then, like I said, for somebody you see again, day or two later, as soon as, like, she gonna see you a mile away, she gonna be looking. You smiling away, hey, what's up? Trust me, you keep that level of consistency, all of a sudden, she, hey, what's going on, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, y'all sitting in the cafe eating or some shit, like, it's like I said, it all comes down to how you handle yourself. But it definitely starts with learning how to handle your sexual urges. 100%. Like, that's what No Fap has done for me. You feel me? But yeah, I know I've kind of rambled a bit. Definitely shared way more than I expected. But it's all good. Like I said, I've you guys at least have a better understanding as to what I've been through, as to what got me here. Um, haven't well, I don't necessarily see a reason to dig into like the pain and everything because like it was a lot. It was a lot of pain. Like I get it, but I'm over that now. You know, I'm past all that. I've grown from that. You know, even now when people, you know, have a chance to talk to me and they're like, oh, you know, how's your wife, blah blah blah, and I get to explaining everything. They're like, wait, you've been through all of that? I'm like, yeah. I didn't tell anybody. I wasn't putting on my shit on social media like that because like yo, like that's it's personal. But also it's embarrassing. Like I ain't gonna fucking bring that shit up. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna fucking talk about that shit on social media. Like, nah, we good. We good. I'm not out here to make anybody look bad. I'm not out here trying to Kanye, you know, my relationship. But I get it. I like listen. To an extent, I understand, you know, Kanye, you know, going back and forth and everything because he's hurting right now, you know, and you know, we can't necessarily tell people how to handle their shit, but I get it. I get it. But I just didn't do it, you know? But all right, guys, so I'm going to leave it at that because, shit, I left my laundry in the laundry room outside, so I got to get that. But also, I have to get to work at 5 a.m. I'll be there all day until 11 o'clock. It's been really busy. Was it Wednesday? No, Thursday night when I was there. It was super busy, and I kind of forgot it's President's Day, so a lot of people traveling Thursday. Today, I'm sure it was busy. I'm not there. That's fine. But this weekend's gonna be busy since everybody's off on Monday. All right. But either way, guys, again, please leave your questions, comments, concerns. I will shit it. Even if you ask the same questions, I will address it next week. I don't care. But yeah, man, life has been good. And the main thing I want to say is just whatever you're going through, you can get through it. I mean that. Like as long as you are alive to experience the pain, to experience the grief, to experience the depression, you can get through it. As long as you just keep getting up every day. Keep trying, keep pushing. And then eventually you get to the point to be like, damn, I was acting a fucking fool. Like, God, I did all that shit. Like, yeah, you did. But it's okay. Like, don't be so hard on yourself because of it, all right? But as always, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. All right? And we'll definitely do it again next week. All right? Peace.